Well, if you enjoy home runs, walks, and strikeouts, this is your favorite era in baseball history. Since 1988, Ks per nine and swing and miss percentage are all-time highs. Balls in play percentage is the lowest, and at-bats per home runs is the fourth lowest ratio. So basically, not many people make contact. When they do, it's a home run. Otherwise, they walk. That's what baseball has become right now, right? And we decided to go to Professor A-Rod for a little history lesson on how we got here. And then I know you have a solution for us, too.
Professor's a stretch, that's for sure. But KB, here it is. So, look, the smartest guy in the 90s was Billy Beane. He became the GM of the Oakland A's in 1998. And what he realized really quickly, he could not compete against the big markets, the Dodgers, the Red Sox, the Yankees, the Mets. So what he found value where most people were not valuing them, which was guys that can hit home runs and can walk, home runs and walk. He actually went against the market, became a contrarian, and became the one guy to build a really, really nice, dynasty there.
Thus Moneyball.
That's called Moneyball. So this thing here became Moneyball. So if you think about the evolution of the last 20 years, what do people do? Haters hate, then they copy. And that's exactly what happened. Now you have 30 teams with the same Ivy League guys using the same metrics to find their players. And these players, the 30 teams here, they hit home runs, they strike out, and they walk. There's two problems with that. Number one, it becomes a very boring game, and you can't win championships like this, okay? Because it's stagnant, it's boring, it's bloated. Now you come all the way over here. How do you win? You basically do exactly what Billy Beane did, but you turn it around. You become a contrarian the other way. Today, in 2018, the value is over here. You get players that make great contact, that have good speed, and can play supreme defense. And this is the way you win championships now. If you think about the last two of the last three championships, Kansas City, #1 in contact, world champs.
Yep.
Last year, Houston Astros, #1 in contact, again, world champs. In order for you to win, put the ball in play.
So you're going to go against the grain again and kind of take it old school. I'm guessing that's why you have the 85 cards up there, right?
Well,
you like that style?
That would be the model for me. 1985, I would build a team that's a bunch of switch hitters at the top, rabbits, guys that can actually run. I would put great defenders, and I would have good starting pitching with a lockdown closer. And you always need a thumper in the middle, like a Jack Clark. You get a guy like J.D. Martinez who can hit home runs, but can actually be a very good hitter. We call that very hitterish. That's J.D. Martinez.
So you buying this whole theory?
I'm buying it 1,000%, and it reminds me of the 03 Marlins team. We were able to win a world championship. Juan Pierre, Luis Castillo at the top. Both burners, guys that don't strike out and can work the count. We also have Pudge Rodriguez, who is our bopper, and spread the whole field with power to all fields. And we had gold sprinkled around that whole infield with the defensive side with Mike Lowe, Derek Lee, Alex Gonzalez, Luis Castillo. So it takes a lot of pressure off the starting pitcher. We're able to get contact and get quick outs and get our offense back into the dugout.
And KB, if you think about all the modern day shifts, they are built to defend strikeouts, home runs, and walks.
Right.
It's exactly what happened when we introduced the hurry-up offense to the NFL. It was very disruptive. That's exactly what the 85 Cardinals can do, is every time you get a man on first, like Alex Cora did past weekend, put the game in motion. Run. Because this defense cannot defend
put pressure
this
on the
style of
defense.
play.
Well,
Correct.
and to your point about making contact, you think about the last 15 World Series winners, 9 of them, and the Astros and Royals you mentioned, 9 of them were bottom 5 in strikeouts, including your team and your team. So your point is make contact, better chance to win. With that being said, A-Rod, take us through the league right now. If you could select the All-AROD team with that theory with these current players, who would it be?
They all making $30 million a year? They all making $30 million? I want to be on that team.
Well, I would say this. I've curated a team here that can be very solid during the season, but can be explosive in October, where it counts. You have the smartest guy on the field. You want him to be right behind the plate because he has to manage 12 different personalities, diverse personalities in your 12 pitchers. And then you have a lineup with one switch hitter, righties, lefties. They can all give you professional at-bats. I call them mature at-bats. They all hit good pitching, which is important in October. Right. And then you got guys that can also hit the ball out of the power, a lot of doubles and some home runs. This is the type of lineup that I want. 15 home runs, 25 strikeouts, This guy's the same kind of thing. I love this lineup. D, what do you think about pitching against this lineup?
There's no holes in this lineup. All these guys can work the count. They don't swing out of the zone. They don't chase pitches. And I tell you what, these are tough at bats. I see a couple guys that hit doubles off me. Michael Bradley, Jose Altuve, Freddie Freeman. All these guys take pride in being tough at bats. And all these guys as well on the defensive side can defend. So that's what you mean about being able to save outs, get guys back in the dugout. You're in the dugout longer, you get to hit longer. A-Rod don't want to be standing out there for an hour with Dontrell walking everybody. You want to go back and hit. So that's important, and all these guys can do that.
And you know the importance of Juan Pierre and Castillo at the top of your order. Without Derek Jeter and Johnny Damon, I'm not a world champion with the Yankees. The importance of those guys being gritty, put at bats, 8, 9 pitches at bat.
Tire you out.
There's a residual later in the game that the big boppers can get you later on.
I think we just reinvented the game.
A-Rod can pay that too right there. He can pay that out of pocket right there. J-Lo can pay that out of pocket too.
Listen,
so that's ownership right there.
That's the average salary. Average salary.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty, considering
That's
today.
heavy for me right there. We're going to have to get a loan for me, but that's
Alex,
pretty
well
good.
done. I like it.
good stuff,
I like
man.
it. I
Really
like
good
it.
stuff.
We're gonna be a little different and try and go back to the old school, which I dig. We'll see if we can get there. All right.